Hello, everyone out there watching. I am Jessica, and
I'm Reagan.
We are Two Peas in a Podcast. This is our second episode of the series about the weirdest crimes that we could find committed in each state. In today's episode, we'll be reading of the top 10 weirdest crimes we could find in Florida.
Yes, everyone, we are back for episode 2. All of you came back. I'm glad.
If this is something you would find interesting, follow us along with the series.
Okay, am I going first?
Yeah.
Okay, these are in no particular order of weirdness, but they are 5 of the weirdest crimes I could find in Florida. It was hard to narrow it down. Something happens in Florida every minute. But for the first one, I have a man was arrested after asking police to test his meth. Honestly, that's kind of a smart idea. So in March of this year, last year, I don't know. In March, a Spring Hill, Florida man was arrested after calling 911 to report that he suspected some meth he had recently purchased was fake. Thomas Eugene Calusi asked the police to test it for authenticity. Then Calusi asked then arrest the dealer if it was fake. Deputies came to his house and arrested him instead. Unfortunately, the police said that if anyone had doubts about the authenticity of any illegal narcotics you have on hand or have obtained from another person, the Hernando County Sheriff's Office is pleased to provide this service free of charge. But instead, it's obviously a trap. So, hey, at least he's checking to make sure it was real before he shot up. The next one is man tries to outrun police on lawnmower. If you were here for the first episode, you would know my favorite crime of that one was the man who robbed a store and tried to outrun the police on a wheelchair, basically. So we've upgraded to a lawnmower. In July, a Florida police department posted an account of an unusual escape attempt on its Facebook page. A Holt man who jumped into a swamp to avoid Okaloosa County Sheriff's Office deputies tried to serve him warrants last January, and they were not successful. And yesterday, when he put a John Deere riding lawnmower into high gear, and he tried to outrun pursuing deputies. This is written so weird. He was 40-year-old Dusty Mobley, and he was chased by deputies chasing him while he tried to make a getaway on the lawnmower around 9:30 Saturday morning. So early in the morning to be doing. So, a local resident said, what I would give to see the video of him on the lawnmower getting tased played to the Benny Hill theme. If production allows for it, we will insert the Benny Hill theme song right now. A man plus a train crashed a car into a home. So not only the man and the train did it, I guess. So in February, NBC2 reported that a Port St. Lucie, Florida man was arrested after abandoning a stolen car on train tracks, which caused the train to send the car flying into an occupied home. Bradford Weitzel, 38, faced multiple charges after allegedly approaching detectives saying he couldn't find his car after leaving a bar in Martin County. The man reportedly stole a car in good faith, but stopped it on the tracks and fled as a train was approaching. So, he did the right thing by stealing the car and leaving it on the train tracks, apparently. The car was struck and careened into a nearby home, which was damaged, but residents were unhurt. That's gotta be one interesting February evening. Having a car crash into your house. Well, a car and a train and a man. So, there was a Florida man who wrecked into a liquor store and he blamed the caterpillar from Alice in Wonderland. A lot of car incidents here. So, you seriously can't make this stuff up. When this Florida man was arrested for destroying a liquor store under construction, keep in mind, under construction, he told police he was, he told the police he was Alice in Wonderland and that a hookah-smoking caterpillar ordered him to attack the site. Crestview police said in a post on Facebook that Matthew Horace Jones is accused of breaking into a fenced-in area and using a forklift, because it was under construction, I don't know who left the keys in the forklift. And he caused more than $100,000 in damages, and he faces grand theft felony and other charges. Witnesses called 911, and the police went to the site. And the report says that Jones aimed the forklift towards the police, and he was then stopped at gunpoint.
Oh.
Don't bring a forklift to, what's it called? Don't bring a forklift to a gunfight. Police quoted Jones as identifying himself as Alice in Wonderland, and he blamed the attack on the caterpillar that's smoking hookah in the movie. And he said that the caterpillar had a problem with the building. Well, the building, because it was selling alcohol, so they had to destroy it. I think I'm on number 4. So there was a man, So a man lost his shorts when fleeing arrest, and he had to skinny dip. Last month, whenever this was written, a Florida resident, Jesse Dean Lamb, 50, literally lost his shorts as he was fleeing arrest by Sewanee County deputies. He fled a house wearing only bottoms, attempted to escape the river, but his shorts became unfastened, leaving him nude in the water and unable to get out. As Jesse was swimming away, he lost his shorts and was now skinny dipping in the river until he came to a large U-shaped dock and hid underneath it. The sheriff's office posted on its Facebook page, "Well, for the next couple of hours, we played hide and seek with Jesse. He popped up once, but quickly disappeared back under the dock before the deputies could grab him. He was ultimately apprehended and charged with resisting arrest and, hopefully, public indecency." Did I say 5 already?
Yeah, I think you did.
Okay, I have one last one that I just couldn't leave out. The first ones I read were on bestlife.com, and this last one was on ABC Action News. A Florida man high on meth seems to be like a continuous factor here. He climbed onto a stranger's roof to howl, deputies say. A Vero Beach family woke up to a man stomping on their roof. When deputies arrived, they say the man claimed he already climbed on the roof. He said he was having a meeting with a DEA agent on the roof. So if he was, we'll never know.
My favorite out of those has got to be the man who loses his shorts when trying to flee the arrest.
Yeah, my favorite. I think it has to be the man clearly like seeing hallucinations or going into psychosis about the caterpillar. If he was mentally ill, it's not funny, but who knows? There could have been meth involved as well.
Mm-hmm. So for my 5 weird crimes, I have this one that says a woman hides in the store ceiling to avoid a shoplifting arrest. In Charlotte County, she was a 37-year-old, Christina Perkins. She was in Big Lots. She shoplifted and then went into the bathroom and started to move tiles on the ceiling so she could climb into the ceiling and get away from the police because she didn't want to be charged with shoplifting. The police came in and also took the tiles off, attempting to catch her and telling her to come down from the ceiling, but she wouldn't and kept moving to different areas of the ceiling. The attempted search was 5 hours long. When the police called off the search.
When the police called off the shirt. When the police took off their shirts. Okay. The police were also on the ceiling with their shirts off.
When the police called off the search, one of the police officers stayed and saw that she was coming down from the ceiling. She was caught and charged with criminal mischief, petty theft, and resisting law enforcement. And then there is a man who tried to break into a car, arrested by deputies waiting inside the car. In Pasco County, 49-year-old Stephen Titland.
These crimes are just too wacky.
He tried breaking into 7 cars on a street in Trinity Oaks, but it turned out all the doors were locked and nothing was stolen. But the next day, he then tried to break into an unmarked Pasco Sheriff's Office vehicle on Monroe Street in Newport Richey. During the attempted break-in, the strategic targeted area response team was in the vehicle. After that, he was quickly arrested. He was charged with felony probation for burglary, criminal mischief conviction in Pinellas County.
He's got some weird county names.
Yeah. And then there was a Florida man who stole a vehicle and then tried to trade it in at the same place.
I like the term Florida man.
So in Lake City, September 23rd of 2021, a man attempted to trade in a vehicle from the same dealership he stole from it. He stole
He stole the dealership from the car. He tried to trade the dealership into the car. I have an excellent dealership for you.
He tried trading in the stolen vehicle for a new one. When employees checked the VIN number, they found out it was a stolen vehicle from their dealership lot a few weeks prior to that. He confessed that he stole the vehicle and was charged with grand theft of a motor vehicle and criminal mischief.
At least he waited a couple weeks. He tried.
Yeah. And then a Florida man was caught. These crimes are so weird. Florida man caught with stolen power pole strapped to SUV in wake of Hurricane Irma.
Oh, like one of the big wooden poles outside that have the the power lines attached?
Yeah.
What car was withstanding that pole?
In Jacksonville, September 14th, 2017, a 42-year-old and Blake Lee Waller and 46-year-old Victor Walter Appealer were caught trying to steal a $2,500 utility pole. They were arrested for grand theft. Someone ended up telling police that they saw the two men load the pole onto the top of their car and drive off with it. They were stopped by police and then arrested. And then one of the two men made up an excuse and told officials that he had to move the pole because it was on the ground that was really close to the traffic lanes.
I just have to move it to a second location where it is now mine.
And then my last weird crime was that a Florida man turns violent when restaurant employees say there's no free pizza. In Lake Worth, on August 17th, 2017, James Dennison, 56-year-old, threw a handful of rocks and threw them through a pizza display case. He did this because the employees wouldn't give him any free pizza. He yelled at the waitress for the same exact reason. He threw even more rocks, and that hit the waitress on the leg. The waitress had a 3-inch scratch on her leg from the rock hitting her, and he was charged for throwing a deadly missile into an occupied dwelling, battery, and criminal mischief.
That's insane.
Yeah, over free pizza.
Literally, just wait until they throw it all away at the end of the night. My favorite from all of those has to be the lady who was caught in the ceiling. I mean, honestly, it's kind of a smart idea to try to escape. Well, it's not a smart idea to escape arrest, but if you have the time and ability, I would escape arrest. Through the ceiling, however, I'm not too sure. Not the 5-hour standoff. She tried.
I think my favorite one's got to be the Florida man who throws rocks into a pizza place. I think it's just because it's the most random thing, and you're being so violent over free pizza. That's really weird.
Yes, sir. Please pay or leave. I forget what I was gonna say. Wait, I was gonna say. So, if there's any people from Florida watching, hey, so I'm sure you have to deal with this stuff every single day. Honestly, this was 10 out of thousands. It's a thing that Florida people are crazy. You know that. We know that now. Any thoughts?
Nope.
Honestly. Okay, here is Jessica with the closing remarks.
This has been 2 Peas in a Podcast. Thank you for joining us. We hope you enjoyed the second episode of the series. We'll see you in the next episode with a different state, or even maybe 2. In the meantime, which crime did you think was the weirdest, and do you know of any that we missed? Let us know.
There's definitely some that we missed. There was too many. We could have did 50, but then this podcast would go on for about a couple days. I forgot what I was gonna say. Oh, we are not wearing the same clothes as last time. If you guys are watching this back to back, it just looks like it because of the filter on the video. Well, this has been us. See you later, Florida. Next time, what do you guys think? We won't take any input from the comments because we're not posting these yet. But next time, I think we should do New York.
Mhm.
I'm excited.
Well, bye.
See you guys later. I forget what I was about to say. Well, this has been our second episode, everyone. We got at least 5 more for class.
That was 20 minutes.
Dang.